My name's Allison. I'm 36 years old. My husband's name is Jason Shulman, and we were married for 4 years. We met in 2008 in a drug rehab. We both were sober when we met. I think as soon as I met him, there was not a day that we were separate. I got pregnant fairly soon with our daughter. He always wanted a little girl, so we got married and had our daughter in 2009. 2 years into our marriage, I realized something was going on, and sure enough, he came clean that he relapsed, and he was shooting heroin in our basement while we were home. He was picking up our daughter from daycare, high. So I tried to get him help, and I got him into a rehab, and he came home early, and he swore to me it wasn't going to happen anymore. And then in 2013, I was finding empty boxes of Suboxone, and I knew he was still up to stuff. So I took everything and left with my daughter because I had to protect her. She would ask, where is Daddy? Or how come we don't know where Daddy lives? And I would have to explain to her, well, Mommy doesn't know Daddy's phone number, or I don't know where he lives. I never knew where he was. And we weren't friends on Facebook, but occasionally I would go on his page and I would stalk his page and see whatever I could see. And all of a sudden, it was April 17th, 2016, and I was stalking his Facebook page, and I saw a bunch of posts that said RIP. My heart broke. I fell apart. I didn't know what was going on. I called the detectives, and they confirmed that, yes, 4.5 months earlier, he overdosed in an abandoned house all by himself. The whole time, his body had been just sitting at the medical examiner's office because nobody would claim him. We couldn't have a wake, and we couldn't have a funeral. I had to tell my 6-year-old daughter that her daddy was never going to come back home. I'll never stop blaming myself that tough love killed my husband. And I'll never stop thinking about when I left him on the side of the road, and that is the last image I have of him in my head, is driving away and looking in the rearview mirror. That was the last time I saw him alive. And I left him. What if I would have stayed? What if I didn't get a divorce? What if I stuck it out? Even after you die of an overdose, you leave behind this mess. And now my daughter won't get a chance to build any relationship with her father. When they do Father's Day gifts in school, she doesn't know who to make hers for every year, and he won't go to her wedding, and he won't see her prom, and she, but vice versa, she won't know him. She won't know how awesome he was and how in love with her he was, and how that was his one perfect thing. That's all he ever wanted, was a little girl. But I have to deal with this now with my daughter. I couldn't let her down. I have to step up and fill that void for her. But it was sad that he died the way he did. Nobody cared. There wasn't a post on Facebook about it, and there wasn't a funeral, and there wasn't a memorial service, and nobody cared. That's how isolated he was in the end. So I just feel like I need to do more for his sake. I need people to know who he was so that he didn't die in vain. So I became members of several groups on Facebook, Families Against Addiction being one of them. These addicts have to know that there's a whole bunch of people like me and like the groups that I'm a part of that will care. And you have to see the responses on Facebook that these people just reach out just to have someone reply and confirm their feelings and just tell them it's going to be okay. The stigma has to end. A lot of older generations look down on drug addicts. They're just junkies, and it's a choice. It's a disease. These people are sick. Instead of getting doors closed on them and opportunities not given to them, they need to know that they have somewhere to go, that somebody will care, that somebody will love them until they can love themselves. Jason was that for me. He was that person that loved me until I could love myself, and he has turned me into the most confident, independent, strong woman that I am today, to be able to raise our daughter on my own. I changed my life, and I know that I live in a certain way now that is very positive, and I just want other people to know that even when you're at your worst moment, that there's still a reason. There is always a reason to keep going, but there is hope. There's hope. It is possible.